Suppose you've decided to deposit $5,000 at the end of each year for next 3 years into a bank account that pays interest of 10% per annum. So if the time period starts today, the first deposit of $5,000 takes place at the end of year 1. The second deposit is made at the end of year 2, and third and final deposit is made at the end of year 3. Question is, what amount, including interest, would have accumulated on your deposits by the end of third year? So we have a total number of 3 payments, and essentially for the first $5,000 deposit, we have to determine what its value would be by the end of year 3. Similarly, we have to calculate the future value of our second $5,000 deposit. The final deposit is made at the end of year 3, so it will not accumulate any interest and its value will remain $5,000 at that time. In summary, this is an annuity with fixed periodic payments, so we can calculate its future value denoted by FV as follows. The first deposit of $5,000 grows at 10% per annum over 2 years, plus the second deposit grows at the same rate over 1 year, and finally the third deposit is made at the end of year 3. This can be rewritten as $5,000 payment times 1 plus the interest rate of 10% to the power 3, which is the total number of payments made, minus 1 divided by the interest rate of 10%. And this equals $16,550. So the future value of this annuity, where each deposit is of $5,000 at 10% per annum, is $16,550. We can generalize the argument as follows. If A is the amount of each payment made at the end of each period, whether that's a year, 3 months, 6 months, and if R is the periodic interest rate and N is the total number of payments, then it's a fixed annuity with future value equal to A times 1 plus the periodic interest rate to the power N, which is the total number of payments, minus 1 divided by the periodic interest rate. This formula can be used to calculate the future value of an annuity that makes fixed periodic payments where the value of each payment is A and first payment begins at the end of first period. Now let's take another example. Suppose a child is expected to attend college in 15 years and you want to save for his education. Now you decide to invest $500 every 6 months into an education savings account for next 15 years. So if the time period starts today, the first payment will be made in 6 months or half a year from today. The second payment will be made in a year's time, and so on until the final deposit is made at the end of 15th year. Since each payment is made after a 6-month period or twice a year, the total number of payments denoted by N equals the number of payments per year times 15 years, and this equals 30. So a total of 30 payments of $500 each will be made over next 15 years. You want to know the amount you would have saved at the end of 15 years if the account pays interest of 6% per annum. Again, since payments are made twice a year, the periodic interest rate denoted by RP here equals the 6% interest divided by 2, which equals 3%. So using this formula here, we can easily calculate the future value of your savings as follows. The amount of each payment of $500 times 1 plus the periodic interest rate of 3% to the power 30, which is the total number of payments that are made, minus 1 divided by the periodic interest rate of 3%. And this equals $23,787.71. So we have learned how to calculate future value of an annuity with fixed periodic payments. If there are any questions or comments, please feel free to post. Thank you.